What's up, my fine folks? We have officially waltzed our way out of Video Game LOL 2018. There's stuff happening, and while most people are pretty pumped for games like God of Battle, Krusty and His Kid, Hunt the Monster Planet, or Kirby and His Boys, I'm here to bring you something a little bit different. It's a game about a pixelated girl and her quest up a very difficult mountain. It's called Celeste. It's already one of my favorite games on Nintendo Switch and an early contender for that coveted top 10 Game of the Year list. Now, I'm showing you Chapter 2 today. I'm farther up the mountain, but all I can show you before release is Chapter 2. This game is made by Matt Makes Games. It's made by the people who did Towerfall Ascension, which I think is one of the coolest and best local multiplayer games of the last decade. And I think a lot of people would agree. So this is their single-player adventure. It was delayed out of 2017 to early 2018. It comes out on January 25th on the Switch and other platforms. I'm playing on Switch because that is my platform of preference right now. We're going to run through a chapter. It is a very difficult platformer of skill and mental strength. In the same vein as something like Super Meat Boy. It controls absolutely perfectly. It has really amazing music. And it's just a heck of a lot of fun. So I'll run you through Chapter 2. I've already beat this chapter, but we'll see if we can get a little bit better at it. There's a lot of like optional challenges and such. A lot of strawberries to collect. You'll see a strawberry down there. This one looks frozen over because I've already collected it. There's a bunch of strawberries, and they're not required to be collected. It just adds to your challenge and adds to the difficulty. You're probably like, what the heck are these celestial blobs in the center of the screen? Well, I'm about to unlock those and show you what's up. There's actually a pretty cool story here as well. It's not very intense. There's not a whole lot of dialogue, but there is a little bit. There's some cool characters. There's even a little bit of a focus on panic attacks and a cool minigame that helps simulate calming down, which I think was an excellent touch, especially as somebody who has dealt with panic attacks many a time myself. I think that there is a little bit of, I don't know, there's a little bit more, I don't want to say polish, because that's not the word I'm looking for, but there's a little bit more well-roundedness to something like Celeste in comparison to a couple of the other very difficult platformers. It feels like they wanted to make more of a game instead of just like a challenge fest. Trust me, it still is very challenging, and you'll see why as we actually move through. Where am I trying to get to? You have this dash. You can wall jump. You can also grab walls and slide up and down them. You will run out of grip after a while, but it's a very cool system, and a set of controls that continues to evolve as you progress through the chapters. So you will be unlocking more and more, I don't know if they're abilities is how I want to say it, but more just ways of interacting with the world. The levels themselves change. The levels get much more interesting, dynamic, things of that sort. Down here's a mirror. That's what we're trying to get to. Ah, yes. The good old magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Probably this game. Again, like, indies have been killing it on Switch for some time now, and this one is an absolute gem. SteamWorld Dig 2 is probably my favorite of the bunch. We'll see if this one is able to replicate that kind of success once I get through all of it. I'm not really sure exactly how long it is. There's quite a bit to it thus far, like I've said. There's even some like unlockable minigame type things. These little crystals here are, obviously, as you can tell, they regen your dash. And your dash can be used in one of 8 directions, which is kind of cool. And also requires a lot of proficiency, because then you have to attack your jumps with that in mind. Anyhow, what the heck is this thing? Look at this freaking weirdo. And now we're about to get some Charlie Brown jibber jabber. The purple demon exits the mirror, and my girl's like, what the heck? But now, the celestial blobs have become multicolored madness fields, and we can swim through them, which also regens our dash, which is pretty freaking nifty. And now the music changes. I think, audio-wise, this game is absolutely incredible. To me, that's something that stood out right away that I didn't quite expect, was for it to musically just tickle my taste buds, and I really like that. Like I said, it's a game that you can kind of, I don't want to say pick your own difficulty, because that's maybe a little crazy, but you can absolutely make it more challenging by going after the strawberries, going after some of the different things that you can chase. I don't even know what this is. Like, we're getting these Oh, okay. It has to, once we touch the ground, like, it's over. You see that? So you really gotta grab all of them in one fell swoop. Yeah, so as soon as I touch, it's over. So this is like a very tricky puzzle. I'm not gonna put you guys through watching me do this, but I will climb to the top of the screen. Like I mentioned, it controls brilliantly. I think that's something that's very critical for a game of this style. And there's a lot of just different moving pieces and parts that continue to change the game as it goes. Got the little guy, and the berries only register when you finally land, so you have to make sure that you touch down, touch the ground before giving up your berry, or before actually getting your berry, I guess. What the heck? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. Nice, we got another berry. That puts us at 50 berries! The game is heavy into stat tracking, so it will track how many times you've died. It will track how many times you have lived. It will make sure that it makes known if you are a Celeste Savant or a Celeste Schlup. But fear not, it's a game that you will get better at, I feel, quite quickly. I feel pretty darn proficient up in Chapter 5 now. Also, if you blast your way through these things, you will die instantaneously. Good thing about this game, like many before it, is that it does not waste your time. If you die, that's okay. You will just come back very, very quickly. I think that's a critical piece of the puzzle for any sort of skill-based platformer or a game where you're going to have a lot of redos, you know? You want to make sure that you're reloading quite quickly. It's something that, like, I appreciate about Enter the Gungeon. And I think people appreciate about Super Meat Boy, and people appreciate about The End is Nigh. And subsequently, people will appreciate about Shoe. There's a really tricky minigame here, but I'll talk to you about that after this chick says, "Madeline's darling, slow down." Who said that? Oh, I'm simply a concerned observer. Yeah, real concerned with those freaking bright red eyes. Looks like someone MS painted you into evilness. Are you me? I think I'm seeing double. I'm part of you. Why would part of me look so creepy? This is just what I look like, okay? Deal with it. Sorry, I didn't mean... Forget about it. I can't tell you what a relief it is to finally get out of your head. But look, I'm worried about us. We need a hobby, but this... I know it sounds crazy, but I need to climb this mountain. You are many things, darling, but you are not a mountain climber. Who says I can't be? I know it's not your strong suit, but be reasonable for once. You have no idea what you're getting into. You can't handle this. That is exactly why I need to do this, yo punk. Are you the weak part of me or the lazy part? Drunch. I'm the pragmatic part, and I'm trying to be diplomatic here. Let's go home. Together. Alright. Then she's like, yo, I hate your guts, I'm gonna chase you, because this game also incorporates very, very unique platforming boss battles, and that's something that I think a lot of people loved about, well, what game did they love that about? What game has cool platforming boss battles? I feel like Ori and the Blind Forest had that to an extent. They weren't really boss battles, but they were freaking challenges of the sort that incorporated you moving quickly. And now, not all of them involve this chick chasing you, but they do involve sort of a similar style of idea, which is like, hey, you're going to use your platforming freak of nature, your platforming skills to evade, avoid, and eventually conquer. Now, like, oh, I got it. Okay, cool. I got it, and I'm outie. Outie like a belly button, and that did not work so well. The cool thing also about the berries is that once you get one, you can die. I have no idea. Whoa. Forgot that you can go through spikes. But the game is made up of over 600 screens. I don't know exactly how long that makes this game, but it seems to have pretty solid length. And, oh, I was going to tell you about there's a mini game. So there's a mini game in here, and I didn't want to get stuck on that. It's basically like an 8-bit version of Celeste, and obviously this is like a 16-bit version of Celeste, so it's interesting, and it's quite cool. Ow. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let's try this again. So anyways, that one is quite difficult, but totally worth playing. I feel like it's very... It's very intense, and I felt like I was so intently playing that 8-bit version that I almost felt sick or like I was gonna have a seizure, and obviously I wasn't. But it requires so much focus, and I don't know. I like my games to be challenging like that. All right, we're gonna go up here and get the heck away from this purple people eater. Oh god, now she's bringing a whole lot of them into the flow. There was a strawberry there, but I don't need it anymore because I already grabbed it. So we're just gonna get our booty on, and by booty on I mean try not to die. So let me know in the comments what you think of Celeste so far. I don't think it's necessarily a game to like walk through just because there's so much difficulty, and it is one that will like take a while. There will be a lot of deaths. I've died like 470 times through 4 chapters. So you do fail a lot, but it's so rewarding. And luckily they have structured things in such a way that failure is inevitable, and it's also okay because it's not like you waste a whole bunch of time. As you've seen, the reloads are really quick. Oh, dang, that was bad. One thing I will say is this is possibly not the trickiest, but this is one of the longest segments in the game. I remember this specifically from when I initially played Chapter 2. Most games are most rooms are single screen, and by that I mean like once you beat the single screen, you're cool. There are some extended sequences which are more like I don't want to say like challenge rooms, but they're more, you know, they're much more extended, and they are expecting you to beat a whole lot quicker. And this is one of them where like you need to be very quick with what you do and efficient and proficient for a longer period of time than just a single screen. And they do test your skill, and I like that. They require you to be on point. Sometimes it can be frustrating. I have had a few like, I want to smash my controller. And not like I actually was going to smash my controller, because that would be silly and destructive. But, you know, you can definitely get to a place where you're like, la 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 la, why is this room so hard? I've already got this, I guess. So we'll just get out of here and take the extra points. It's also a great game for speedrunning. They track your time, they track your deaths. You can go back and improve, you can go back and grab more berries. And it's one that, like, the soundtrack alone is so dang good. So we have now worked our way through Chapter 2. Things are going to get real eerie. Phone booths in the middle of nowhere at night on a creepy mountain. But our girl Maddie's like, pick that phone up. Hello? Madeline, are you calling from a payphone? Yeah? No, wait. You called me. And I know that you don't know who these characters are and whatever, and you didn't see the intro. But I think this adds just a little extra element that there is an intrigue to the storyline, and they have placed characters, and there's NPCs throughout the chapters. So it gives it, like I said, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more just gaming. Like they inserted a little bit more frosting into these filled out cookies. No, wait, you called me. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. I'm in trouble. I'm being chased by someone. I don't really understand what's going on, but I know I'm in danger. I can feel it. Madeline, you only call me when you're panicking in the middle of the night. You don't have to make up some ridiculous story just to get my attention. I'm not gonna know. You always do this. Shh, it's alright, calm down. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Talk to me. I'm climbing Celeste Mountain. I found this old mirror. It shattered, but part of me escaped and... I'm dreaming, aren't I? Madeline, of course you're dreaming. I haven't spoken to you in months. Why would I start now? Ugh, why am I even climbing this stone mountain? And then here comes freaking MS Paint Girl. I'm wondering the same thing. It's time to give up and go home. And then she poofs, breaks the light. A giant monster appears and eats you. If you don't think this is a 10 out of 10, I don't know what is. Now, she wakes up. She's like, hello? And now you get to do a little bit calm working your way through. And you get to meet Theo up there, who is your little camper friend that will follow you through. And we'll go talk to him, because he's a fun character. And they do definitely bring in some colorful faces throughout this game. And everyone is very personable and has very defined characteristics. And yet everyone's just a little bit creepy. Hey, Madeline, you made it. Climbing up here was tough, but totally worth it. Just look at these ruins. I took so many great pics. Want to see? Oh, sure. Whoa, dude. Theo, these are great. Maybe I'll finally hit 1,000 followers with these. Oh, we need to formally commemorate this occasion. Take a selfie with me. I don't know if that's such a good idea right now. Yeah, part of me just burst out of a mirror. I know if taking a photo, like the flash is gonna freaking mess with my mind. Come on, it's easy, like this. Click, click. Yo. She's like, what? Is there a part of me in the freaking camera? Cool. Theo's a gangster. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I won't post that one. All right, I like the characters in the game. There's like this old lady gangster. There's like that weird I have red eyes gangster. This game is actually about gangsters. Yo. Oh, dude, he filterized us. That's freaking awesome. Casual yet refined. Even Maddie herself is kind of a gangster. She gets blue hair. She can air dash. It's pretty sweet. All in all, like I said, like I have been waiting for this game for a while because of the developers and the pedigree. And it has not let me down in any way. I will say that the first chapter starts out slow. It seems like a very simplistic platformer with a little bit of difficulty. And you're like, why did they just make another Team Meat style game? But I promise you, if you give it a chance, it gets crazier. And the game really expands upon itself in a number of ways. As you saw with like those celestial segments that eventually you could swim through. As you saw with the evil part of me chasing us. Eventually there is a ghost hotel. There is a lot of really cool stuff. So we'll come to this location once again. We'll use the payphone again. And we're going to call our mom. Because who are you going to call alone on a mountain running away from yourself? Hello? Hey, Mom. Madeline, what a nice surprise. How's your trip? It's okay. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. Oh, no. Are you having another panic attack? Focus on your breathing, honey. I'm here. What's going on? And then she's like, hey, Mom, I love you. Let's take a rest and complete chapter 2. So that's Celeste. I'll probably make a video on a later chapter just because the game is so darn cool and I want to show you some of the future stuff. It comes out later this week, January 25th. I recommend it on Switch. I think it's so good in the handheld variety. Obviously, currently I'm playing docked. And I'm currently playing with a Pro Controller, but it also is really, really good handheld. And wherever you're going to get the game, it's totally worth the $20 asking price. It's got really pretty visuals, really pretty music, really precise controls, and it is a heck of a lot of fun. So kudos to Matt Makes Games and all those fine folks. Grab it on PC, PS4, Windows, Mac, and Switch on January 25th. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day, everybody. Drink so much. I love ya. Actually, hot chocolate's perfect for this game because it's mighty cold. It's cold outside. It's cold in the game. But it's not cold in our hearts because we are family. And until next time, I love you. I'll see you soon. And hopefully you liked today's return to gaming. It's been a while. And with that, I'll leave you guys. All right. Drink so much. Thanks again. We'll see you all later.